Today we have a very special Aston Martin DB4 Series 1. It is a 1960 and it is very close to our hearts because it was one of the very first Astons I sold many, many years ago, and it has been in the collector, garage, and care since. It is exceptionally cool. It is one of the straightest Astons we've had, and rare because it's a Series 1. So let's take it for a ride. All right, let's fire it up. There's an Aston, 3.7 liter, twin SU carbs. We have pulled it up from the basement, so it has been started. It is warm. We do know it starts cold exceptionally well. All you do is pull out the choke and it'll start right up with no throttle. I've always loved the early Series 1, Series 2 DB4s. To me, the David Brown gearbox and the 4-speed and the gearing just makes the driving experience that much better. I'm sure a lot of people would prefer the ZF 5-speed in the later DB5s and 6s. I do not. I just think it is far more sporting with the 4-speed David Brown box. So we will warm this up a little bit more, tell you a little bit about its history. In the early 2000s, I imported this car from the south of France. We did a complete interior. It was repainted, and if I'm correct, had only 21,000 kilometers from new. And if you look at the structure and the underside of the car, it tells a hell of a nice story because it is straight as an arrow, has never had a bad day. It's been sympathetically restored over the years. And again, it is a rare Series 1. Why is it a rare Series 1? Well, because the bonnet hinges at the rear. So, unlike the later cars that are hinged at the front. Thank you. So, we'll be right back to you when it warms up a little bit. See ya. Okay, well, we are warmed up. We're gonna go down the farm road and go through the gears first, second, third, fourth. This DB4 has that unmolested feeling of a car that has just been cared for. It's been known to us for many, many years. It was known to us when it was in Europe. I like the sound of the DB4s, which have 2 less mufflers as opposed to DB5s and 6s. It doesn't have the intermediate mufflers. So when you get on it, it does have that bit more of a growl that I love. I love the Cathedral tail lights, the larger bonnet scoop, the Egg Crate Grille, which is a little more reminiscent of the DB4 GTs, which, as much as I'm a fan of, I think I prefer Series 1 and Series 2 because you'd actually have a rear seat, you have a luggage compartment, whereas on a DB4 GT, all you have is a very, very large fuel tank, and it smells of even more fuel. Now, if you're going racing, that's cool. If you're driving around town, not so much. But that's my thought. I will leave thoughts of the DB4 GTs to others and those who own them and have loved them. I do love them. I mean, the DB4 GT is a short wheelbase Ferrari of Aston's. Never mind the Zagato, which is the Holy Grail. So we're going to take it down a twisty road in a minute at speed and continue on and let the car speak for itself. Well, here we are on the twisty road, which we can take at speed and show the handling prowess of this DB4 Series 1, which is also factory left-hand drive, rare enough due to that aspect. It's sounds great. They go great. They brake well, which that's all a plus, because to go fast is one thing, but to stopping is good. As you can see, she tracks extremely well and straight. And here we go, disc brakes, slow her down. And she's happy at a standstill as well. So they're great cruising Astons, they're great tour Astons. They're as comfortable on the boulevard as they are at speed on the Autobahn or any which roadway that will allow you to actually get some speed these days. But as you just saw, equally at home on the twisties and just fun. As you can see, she's cruising effortlessly on this absolutely lovely summer day. Well, that doesn't sound Italian, does it? Might be Touring of Milan, but that is all British, get out of my way, if I do say so myself. Roads on the Gold Coast of Long Island. Can say she has absolutely no disappointments. Everything is working, everything is dialed in. She's just happy. Well, as you can see, the radio works quite well. Not that you need it over the sound of an Aston DB4, but it does work well. We're going to pull over right over here and do a few flybys. You all enjoyed those flybys, and Jack got a nice little breeze from the sound out on the water there. So I'm not sure what else we could tell you other than it is one fabulous DB4, and they don't come like this often. So thank you very much for watching, and be sure to call upon us with any questions you may have. Thanks. See ya.